I am about to go on, or take on, the Simpson ride at Universal Studios. I'm buckled in. There are people sitting in front of me, and there's a person sitting beside me for this simulation ride of Krusty Land in The Simpsons. We're sitting there and the anticipation's building. As I'm sitting there in the simulation ride, this thing that we're in slowly goes up and 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 up. I start to get a little uneasy. We reach the top, and there are TV screens around us. I can see that we are at the top of a roller coaster from these screens. Rock row. All of a sudden we drop. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. This is supposed to be a simulation ride. The person sitting next to me, I grab their arm like a teddy bear. This was a mistake. I think I'm going to die. Mommy, stop this. And the person next to me clutches on me. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. That goes on for 4 long minutes. Once the ride stops, I unbuckle this seatbelt and I run for the exit. I'm glad that's over with. You might think that that happened whenever I was 5 years old, or maybe 10. That actually happened 3 years ago, at age 38. And the person sitting next to me was my wife. You might think that this all happened because of fear. In fact, it didn't. My kryptonite, the thing that can take me out, is severe motion. I suffer from motion sickness. I get sweaty, I get nauseous, I get sick to my stomach. But I had to figure this out. What am I going to do with this problem that I've got? I came up with 2 solutions. The first one, motion sickness pills. May cause drowsiness, dizziness, blurred vision, and constipation, difficulty urinating. That's exactly what I want to have. An amusement park. I sure am having a great time here at the park. I may have to go to the bathroom and therefore cross that thing off my list. The next thing, don't get on the rides. Duh. Whenever I go to a park now, I get my magnifying glass and I go up to that sign and check it out. Usually after I check out that sign, you'll see me sitting on a park bench with the women with children, ladies that are pregnant, the high blood pressure patients, and the over 80s crowd. And I'm going to fit in. I don't want to be an oddball sitting there with everybody. Therefore, I've come up with some techniques to help me. The last time I went to a theme park, I got a magazine so that I could fit in Women's Health. And I've learned some interesting things. I have learned that if you wear high heels, it can be very bad on your back. I told my wife that she keeps insisting that I wear these high-heeled shoes around the house while she's there. Her reasoning is, if you're going to wear the dress, you might as well have the shoes to go along with it. The other thing I try to do is talk to the people that are there. There's a lady, she had a small child, baby, just had a baby. And we started talking and she said, there is one thing that is just driving me nuts. It just drains all of my energy. And as we were talking, she said, I'm tired of waking up in the middle of the night, having to change diapers, burping little babies, and crying fits. I said, you know, I am tired of the exact same thing. And then she said, well, how old is your little one? I said, I don't have any little ones. You have to be careful with the conversation. My kryptonite, now you all know about it. Gonna take me out. Show me the Sound of Music with her twirling around, or take me in a car and run me around in circles. But I've realized there's two things that I can do. I can take medicine, which is inadvisable for me, or I can just sit out and relax and maybe have a nice conversation or read a magazine. Consider these if you have motion sickness, Mr. Toastmaster.